how's the actions from one of the best fighter in XYT. So let's look at the ranking. How's Killa ranking on the poor ranking? So we can see God Killa currently he's ranking on top 3 on our server 2. This is the things now. Yep. And then the top one is 3 God. Recently he changed name, but that's not the highlight now. The highlight is God Killa. He's top 3 in the server, and let's see what he can do and how he win the head-up match. So 1 minute to the match start, and then we will see some aggressive move, I believe. And this guy still not get away. I think he will get killed, whatever, because no one should supposed to be stay inside. So I have to check. All right, so let me put a tag here. Because this guy is having archeries here in XYT, so if God Killa make them enemy become red, this guy as somehow will try to help God Killa at some point. So if kill this guy first, make it more fair, because this guy should not be here at all. So now I think this CH here aware. So now maybe try to kill him. Basically, kill archery is very easy. Use your super heavy to do the attack, then use your archeries to kill it. Yeah, something like that. So God Killa try to move his base now to become very aggressive. CH definitely do a defensive. No one really care about this thing. So hopefully that not doing a lot of unfair factor, that no one care him at all now. So now Killa's try to use his archeries when he in the range, which is doing his best to do a support with a light tank, and demons do a very good job to use his super heavy to chase God Killa's away. So since the match already start, let's get this tag away. So not going to block the view. So Killa is using his archeries, but the demons archery fire first, and this archeries really give him a lot of advantage to kill off Killa's half of his archeries. And CH having a very good setup that he have a lot of archeries on the outside, and this 68 very far away. He only have his, I think this heavy tank and one of his archeries on the line. So they try to do a swamp now, become very aggressive, and Vershi try to do a support, and his base still very far away. So Killa try to do it defensive, but now he use all out to kill one group of the demons archeries, and now his base having all in all out things to do a random siege to kill the enemy's random archeries. But at least they are having some trade-off of the Killa's base, but demons doing very good job, I think. But this 68 is doing an even fantastic job to kill 3 of the Killa's, I mean 2 of his archeries. Now Killa only left 1 super heavy, which is try to do a support now to get in. And then this CH also do a very good job to have to kill this Killa super heavy. If Killa super heavy doesn't want to redraw now, yeah, he should redraw, because no point to fight too far away. And then we should do a very good job to continue to support what he can do. And Demon continue to put a pressure, but their base is super far away from Killa. If he can move a little bit top, then they can do a B2B to kill Killa. I would say that is good. But now you can see Killa having a down on his super heavy. I mean, he 2 of the archeries and his super heavy. And now he understands these demons having a very low defense, so now he do the siege to make it very quick. But demon also use the same strategy to use all out to kill his archeries, but not really successful. But now he having a random kill to those whoever try to touch his space, and this rocket is doing a fantastic job to kill the archeries, because one shot can kill the whole squad of the archeries. But it's very bad to against super heavy. But 68, he also doing a very good job just to help the teammate. That's why they stay very far, because it's not very strong. But they're doing very good support, and now they really bring a lot of pressure to Killa base. If Killa not going to stand back now, he might having a huge problem. Bushi try to do his best, but he only can stay away and try to do whatever he can to make his troops to become a very good defensive. But Killa also do a very good defense. It's because of his base and his power is very strong. So he only down about 30% of his base, but he also bring demons down to about 20% of his base. So in the other direction is trick very good trade, because Killa doing very fantastic job protecting his teammates with untouched, and his teammates is even though burning off few of his reserve is not very concerned, because he want to win if this is a real war. And Killa also doing quite a good defense, but having all his archeries die is not the main should do things, because you are one guy trying to against 3 guys, so you should always having some of defense instead of having your defense down. But he also doing a very force to siege down the enemy base now, you can see. But he also sacrificing his archeries to continue to siege. That is impressive, I would say. So, but he also know the things that, but Wishi now should really pull back out, not to go too deep, because Wishi is not going to fight and win the victory, but he really go in all in just to want to support the Killa, and he really did a very good job to chase back the enemy. But this rocket is very deadly. You can see one shot can kill the whole archery squad, because rocket is supposed to be counter archeries. So demon and 54, two of them can't really do anything, because their squad continuously getting killed. So without a full squad, they can't do a lot of things. But you can see they're doing very fantastic support to keep on kill the Killa's super heavy. Once the super heavy is down, then Killa can't continue the siege. But at least he bring down demon down to about 40% of his base HP. And Wishi is also try to let his super heavy to take the damage instead of let the enemy to kill the Killa's base. So this is one of the things that I always tell: use your super heavy to trade the HP, not to let the enemy to kill your base HP when you need your base to stand there. Your super heavy definitely can get it back. But now you can see how the activated base can help. Once the activated base help, then you should always put your super heavy out and let it be very aggressive, like Killa doing now. He try to let anything to attack his super heavy. Now your base can do the counter attack, and that is how you should really do once your base is activated. And you should play a very aggressive. No one can really touch your super heavy now. And yeah, this is another siege. I think demons really need to do a defense, and this 54 guy is good to kill another archeries now. Now he fire up and kill off one group of Killa's archeries that is very defensive, which is somehow get here with his light tank. At least he draw the enemy away from killing this Killa. Even though his light tank is dying, but his light tank did his job to draw the attention of the enemy, not to let the enemy focus on Killa, because his Killa defense is very low now. But his base doing a very fantastic job now, because the enemy side, demon team, they doesn't coordinate about the swamp. Now they having all the die without a reason. You can see it's not necessary to having this kind of sacrifice, but somehow they did, and they doesn't have a super heavy to tank the enemy base. And one guy tried to airlift during the war. That is very bad things to happen, but that's not going to disrupt. So I think he even tried to join the war. So So I'm not sure why this guy is here. Definitely it's not something good. But this interrupt my broadcast as well. So funny. I didn't know something will get happen like this. Definitely get out. Alright, so Kila is continues to kill demons and might miss some of the opportunity just now because of this guy going to interrupt the match that is a custom 3-on-3 match tournament. But you can see Kila is standing very strong. He's not all the archeries aim the enemy base, but he also used the archeries to kill all those archeries try to aim him. And Wushi is doing a very bad support, even though his troops and his archery whatever try to keep on dying. And his super is still here, still try to draw the attention away from the enemy, not to let the enemy to very focus on Kila. And so Kila is not feeling about 1 versus 3 instead of 2 versus 3 now. And demons, he really need to back off his base now, because there's no point to stand there and let the Kila to kill his base very low. He should really move the base now and let Kila kill this 54, because his power is about 60 millions and you higher than a demon. So he should really use the teammate opportunity on all two of them should really swap the position now, so that the teammate can cover up a little bit more and demon do not need to be frost out of this battlefield, and his base can cover a little bit HP, but the best is that he do not need to frost out. And so Kila will still continue to doing 2-on-3 situation instead of 2-on-2 situations. So demon should really do that. But Kila now having a very large pressure because his defense now finally team demon try to do a swarm, and they really did a swarm with very good things. But you can see Wushi really doing a very good best support that chase away all those demon things, and demon's team having a down, and somehow this very strong top 3 got Kila. Base is getting down to 50%. That is very huge achievement from team demons. So but team demons really need to help demons, Mr. Demon now. If he really do not want to swap his position, he will getting down by any time within a minute. That's now. So he really need to relocate his base now, and he really need to do the swap. Otherwise, he will have to use a 1 airlift to get back to the battlefield. That is a waste, that since he can do the swap now. And because of all his troops is very low, if he do the swap now, he can have a little bit relax time to build back his troops. But this 68 and 54, two of them are also doing a very bad supporting, but you can see Wushi doing a very good job to continue to support Kila, and Kila really did a 1 versus 3, and Wushi really did a very best support. And Mr. Demon finally his base is getting down, so it's 1-0 now to Team God and versus Team Demons. And if Demons he somehow move his base to behind, definitely he can change a lot of things. But so unfortunately he didn't get the opportunity, and he got 1 down, so he only got another 2 airlift to come back. But once he's come back, his base is about 20% HP might be. So Wushi finally move his base because Team God, I think they are having an advantage now. So you can see this 100% become 1-to-1 situation, and this 68 finally kill this AFK things on